Hello and welcome to the Bull Session podcast. This is Pluto Coffins after fucking 2 years of not talking to you guys. Anyways, this is Jeremiah, my friend, and we're gonna talk about some shit today. I don't know what.
Talk about mad shit.
Yeah, mad shit. But I don't know what. But we're gonna smoke and drink and talk about stuff. So, what you got going on, Jeremiah?
Not shit. Dealing with this fucking coronavirus.
Yeah, this
bullshit.
This fucking coronavirus is fucking shit, dude. Like everything's closed at like 10.
They closed the fucking bars.
Yeah, dude. They closed the fucking bars, so he's got nothing to fucking do. Like,
I mean, I work and like sleep.
Yeah,
bullshit like that. But come on, like the bars.
Yeah, it's like his main source of getting social activity, right? Besides like hanging out with people.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I'm at the bars more than I hang out with people.
What do you do at the bars?
Shit. Might surprise you. Drink.
Well, yeah.
But no, I literally just like kick it. I'll talk to the fucking bartender. Talk to the people there. Like get into little, not so much arguments, but like maybe some disagreements because
yeah,
drinking.
It's fun to do.
But yeah,
that's kind of why I do these YouTube thing.
Honestly,
or I used to anyway. Yeah.
Honestly, sometimes watch TV in the bars. Don't talk to no fucking body. I'm just like, damn.
Well, they got on their sports. I mean, I've been in bars before, but like
sports are on.
5 times. So
sports are on. I don't watch that shit, but like I don't know. They'll have like a movie or some shit on. I'm like, oh shit, okay. And I'll just fucking just watch fucking Avengers like in the fucking bar. Just
they
like
really have that on in there.
They got cable. They're fancy, Audrey.
Yeah, they're fancy
prime
with their
time,
Tombstone pizzas.
They have A&E. It's fucking
man. But yeah, this coronavirus is closing everything down at like 10. The place I work at closes down at 9 now, but that doesn't really affect me at all, so whatever. But getting food's kind of hard. Like grocery stores, I haven't been to one, but I've heard
ever.
No.
I don't know what these peasants are doing at the grocery stores.
Nah, I've been at a grocery store before. But I've heard that like there's nothing in there, so I haven't been fucking with it. I've just been getting Jimmy John's and Domino's and shit, you know. But they've been closing early, so that kind of sucks. I heard we're getting $1,000. But as you told me earlier, like that might not happen because like I don't really remember why. But
yeah, well, they were working on coming to like an agreement on how like basically like the idea was you make less than $75,000, you get like around like $1,000. And they were just kind of like bringing it up for discussion, and apparently like there's like no like advancement like in that like it's pretty much that whole thing is like at a halt at this moment.
Where'd you hear about that? Do you want to hit this, by the way?
Yeah.
It's a jewel for people listening. It's not illegal.
We can legally do
but I am 19 and I am drinking. And as you can see, I have done acid in the past. And I have also done other drugs in the past, but that is in the past. So we are moving on with nicotine. So, would you like to hit my jewel?
Yes, I will be hitting your very legal
tobacco.
Jewel. Tobacco. Yes, tobacco. Yeah, nicotine substance.
I'm gonna go grab my hitter box.
Oh, for your tobacco?
Yeah. I keep tobacco in my hitter box.
Yeah, it's a tobacco product. Yeah.
Anyways, you wanna smoke some weed?
The tobacco of the
flavored tobacco.
Yes. Yes.
Bro, I told my I didn't actually. That's a lie. My mom, whenever I guess I've talked about it on this channel before, but whenever my mom, I'm drunk. I'm sorry. Anyways, I got caught for smoking weed. I never got caught. You see, I'm fucking this whole story up. We might have to do this podcast over. I'm sorry.
No, keep going.
Go. No, I'm just fucking with you. But anyways, the school saw my channel and they saw that I had been smoking pot and they told my mom about it. And my mom, anyway, she smoked pot with me, so she was like, "Really? He's smoking pot?" You know, like But anyway, she told them, "Nah, he told me it was flavored tobacco. It wasn't pot." So, like, I'm honestly kind of resentful for my mom for kind of, like, making me seem like a bitch. Because that definitely was pot, and I'm not going to deny that.
But no, not even a cop. Sir, were you smoking tobacco?
Fuck
this
no!
Is weed, sir.
Yeah, you motherfucker. Who do you think I am?
You want to hit? Sir?
But speaking of me doing acid, me and you've done acid before.
Yes.
How was that for you?
It was actually pretty fucking. It was pretty great. It was a good experience. I didn't like get visuals necessarily. Shit was funny. Like, it was kind of like being on weed. Shit was like a lot funnier. There's this cat that we have.
Yeah, Mr. Gady.
Yes. And I remember looking at
Oh yeah, Jeremiah is not my gay lover, by the way. He is a roommate, and I have another roommate whom I date / dated. So yeah. Just putting that out there. So as in we have a kitty, it means she has a cat, but he was up there while we were chilling on acid while she was on MDMA.
Yeah, and like,
but we're not gonna mention names.
Yeah. But yeah, Mr. Kitty was just like black as fuck. And I remember thinking like, shit, he looks like a black hole. And that's when I was like, oh yeah, this is good shit.
You also mentioned like you saw a green tint.
No, it was like orange tint. Like it was
orange tint. I saw the green tint. That's right.
It was like orange in like the house, and it was just like, I don't know. It was great. I could not have a negative thought. I realized that, and I was like, I'm gonna think it's a negative shit, and I could not do it. And I was just like, so I was like happy against my will, which might be good. I don't know. But
it sounds pretty good. I don't know. With acid for me, it's like it depends on what mood I'm in. You want some pot?
Yeah, pass the fruit.
All right, sorry people, I'm coughing. Because acid for me is like, it depends on what mood I'm in. If I'm sad, it'll just like exasperate me being sad. But if I'm happy, oh boy, am I fucking happy.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
He gets funnier too.
Yeah, that's true. Damn. I can't believe you remember that. I don't know, but I mean, as far as my subscribers are aware, I'm very hilarious, so they might not know what you're talking about, but whenever I'm on acid, I'm like hilarious times 100. I'm obviously like
100, 1,000.
1,000?
A foul. A good foul.
Oh, dude. Oh, and mushrooms. I love mushrooms. But you've never done mushrooms. I've given you a mushroom, but you've never tripped on them.
Yeah, it was like a little... It wasn't even a microdose. It was like a...
No, it was... I gave him a mushroom to taste it, but
yeah.
we'll get back to that in a second. But when I was on acid, with him anyways, I've been on acid fucking 15, 20 different times. I don't know, probably closer to 15, but maybe 20. I was like... I don't know, it makes me very antisocial and makes me... It's very orgasmic. But it's like... it's true. But, it's like... I don't know. It's the most amazing experience you could ever have. Even if you have a bad trip, because whenever you have a bad trip, you learn from it in a weird kind of way. You may not believe me, but you won't know until you ever take it. So fuck you. But yeah, mushrooms. I gave him I guess you explain your end of the story on it.
Oh yeah, I heard like, oh, mushrooms are gross. You gotta like put it in like
right.
sandwiches and all that shit, like just for multiple people. I like tasted it. I was like, oh, this isn't bad. Like,
yeah, no, it
I don't know.
isn't.
It was just
I think it kind of tastes like weed, but I haven't found anyone that agrees with me on it. Like, the aftertaste to me kind of tastes like the weed whenever you smoke it, you know? So I don't think it tastes that bad. But boy, oh boy, whenever I'm tripping, I can have amazing time. Okay, with acid, I have more good trips than I have bad trips. But with mushrooms, it's 50-50. I could have a bad trip where I think birds are eating my fucking skin. And Jeremiah can verify that.
Yes.
Yeah. Or I can have an amazing trip where I'm like blissful and I see all the love and harmony in the world. But it just depends on the mindset you're in for me. Jeremiah hasn't tripped that much, but for him, he's only had good trips. So I sort of envy him, but I sort of don't because, again, I do feel there's value in learning from your bad trips. Anything you got to say, Jeremiah?
As far as bad trips,
yeah, were there moments in your acid trip that you felt anxiety or bad feelings?
Yeah, when we were outside.
Yeah, we went for a walk.
Yeah,
and we went to a park nearby us, and
I was a little like,
and I took a massive shit. And sorry for interrupting you, but I took a massive shit in the public park there because like anytime I take acid, like 20 to 30 minutes, like okay, so we took acid. My girlfriend and her friends took like MDMA, and her friends took acid as well as MDMA. And I also bought some MDMA from them that I took later that night, but that's another story. But anyway, they took him at the same time, and I didn't. I waited a little bit. But whenever I'm on acid, I have to take a massive fucking shit about 20 to 30 minutes later after I take it. Like, I get anxiety about taking the acid, and then the massive shit comes on. And once I have the massive shit, I go on a roller coaster, bro. But it's crazy. Anyways, you continue, Jeremiah. I'm sorry I had to interrupt.
That was news to me. I didn't know he took a massive shit.
Oh, no, I do. I take a steamer, bro.
Oh. And
like, I think all the anxiety, like, jitters, like, fucking make the shit come out of me. You know what I mean? Like, it just makes me shit. Because I'm like, I'm
acid
on
makes
acid.
You shit.
But I've been on acid like 15 times. And I only took acid like that many times because I heard 7 was the amount that like makes you insane. So I figured I'd take like a bunch of fucking acid because I like having that mystical, ooh, this guy, you know, type of vibe. So...
You think it's, ooh, this guy, but it's like, oh, this guy. Fuck.
I mean...
He's looking at us.
Honestly, you're probably closer to the reality of it, but in my deluded self-fucking ego mind, I'm like, ooh, this guy. But it's probably closer, ew, this guy. Yeah.
But, yeah, so it was, I don't know. I'm naturally a slightly paranoid person. And it, like, intensified the paranoia, I'd say slightly. I was like, I don't know. Okay, I'm just, like, looking around and shit. That was cool. Then we were just hanging out on the porch, and there was this weird guy just kind of standing on the corner, like, looking at us.
I don't remember that, but yeah.
Yeah, and I was just like...
He probably, saw weird. We were tweaking or something.
I don't know, yeah, and I was just
I don't... Was whenever we're smoking a cigarette?
No, this is, like, during the day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I legit was like, this is weird. I'm like, I literally was like, and I was kind of like, yo, this dude is just staring. Like, do y'all like see this? And they're like, oh yeah. They were like cool about it for some fucking reason. I was just like, fucking staring at. And so I was like, I'm going to house right now. Fucking. But that was it's really probably the worst, I guess. I could not swallow food. But I was hungry. So I
remember you talking about that. You'd like spit out candy.
Yeah, we had this leftover Halloween candy. Yeah.
No. Pause Jeremiah for a minute. Fuck this guy. He ate our candy that we had from Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
And this motherfucker spit it out in the trash.
To be fair,
waste of candy.
Hey.
And as he can tell you, I am an addict of not only drugs, but sugar. And also sugar activates the same receptors in your brain as cocaine, but whatever. Which I have also done cocaine, but another story. And Jeremiah's done it once, right? Once or twice, whatever. Once, twice, thrice, something like that. He's done it a low amount. I've done it a few times more than him, but it's whatever. Anyways, sugar is good, and he's fucking spit it out in the trash.
I couldn't swallow. It was weird, but I had a sweet tooth. So I would put it chocolate in my mouth.
It's because of the sensory
chew
shit,
it,
dude.
And then
you're
I'm
getting all these your senses are heightened.
Yeah.
I remember being on acid and I was walking and it was the middle of winter and I took off my fucking coat because I was so fucking warm because I'm on acid. And these fucking people were drunk behind me and they were with their girlfriends or whatever and there's I don't know, 2 or 3 guys there and I don't know, fucking 4 or 6 girls. Lucky guys, huh? But they were they looked up at me and they could see I was really fucked up on something. And I could hear them, they'd be like, look, that guy's tweaking. Now these people were 50 feet behind me on the other side of the street. So your senses are really heightened on these drugs and you can hear stuff from very far away. And you can see things in very vibrant, brighter colors and you can see in the dark better and these drugs heightened your senses, the psychedelics especially. Coke kind of does it, but psychedelics especially. And but yeah, I'm drunk and I forgot what my initial point was, but it's the truth of it.
Yeah. But honestly, the as far as I don't know if you call it a trip, but just the worst sort of time I've had has always been just too much fucking weed.
Yeah. I've taken edibles and I freaked out. And one time and this is back whenever me and Amber first started dating, but I called her and I was like, yo, because my grandma was in the hospital and she was dying and blah, 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 blah. And she didn't die, but she very well could have that day. And my grandpa was in his room crying by himself, and I was living with him at the time because blah, 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 blah. I had problems with my parents. But I remember freaking out about my grandpa crying because I've never heard that man cry before, so I called her. But edibles, they'll take you down a fucking train, dude. And it can be great, and I love it. But I'd say edibles for me, 25% of the time, they're a bad trip. And I remember, I wasn't there for that night, but I remember you've had a bad trip on edibles.
Which I've had multiple.
Hospital.
Oh shit.
That's what I'm talking about.
That wasn't even edibles.
I wasn't there, but I've been told about it.
Yes. We just moved into this fucking house.
Yeah, which I live here, by the way. So does Jeremiah, but yeah. I didn't live here at the time. But
yeah, and
I still partied with them, but
yeah.
Yeah. I moved in
partied very few months hard.
Yeah, very much.
But yeah, we had just moved here, so we was having people over and shit, hanging out, drinking and shit. Prior to this, I'm extremely casual weed smoker. A gram could last me a week or some shit.
Right.
Just not even, yeah.
So you very casual.
Yes.
Let's put that into perspective. At one time, I don't do this anymore because I kind of let's be honest here, I slyly get small amounts for other people. I don't sell weed, but I do I'll go and get some shit from the person I know. And I'll come back and I'll get them a little tiny bit. So I'm making a little bit of money against my weed fee. But right now I spend $80 for a half ounce. Anyways, I used to spend $200 every week for an ounce. Now I spend $80 a week for a half ounce. But yeah, we used to smoke hard, but that's what a hard smoker does, is spend $200 a week on an ounce. Jeremiah only smoked a gram a week.
Yes.
I smoked an ounce a week. Let's.
Yeah.
He was very casual. We
are not the same people.
Very casual. I was very used to marijuana. He was dipping his toes in it. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, so move here, and we're like drinking, which at this point I'm getting like, at this point I can drink way better than I can smoke. You know, but
right.
So I'm like,
he's always been a drinker more than a smoker, but he does enjoy the weed.
Yeah.
Which I enjoy the weed way more than I enjoy the drink, but I enjoy the drink.
And yeah, I'm like smoking, and like we're drinking and shit. Then like someone like pulls out a blunt. I'm like, okay, cool, because I'm like, shit, you know, I've smoked blunts and you know, I'm good. So I'm like smoking this shit, and it's doing good. You know, we hanging out.
Was it spliff though?
No,
because let's be real here. Like, tobacco with the weed mixture brings you to a whole new level than weed does.
This is just straight, like, weed.
Just weed?
Yeah.
I mean, that does bring you to a whole new level with alcohol, and plus I'm sure you got some cigarettes from someone. You know.
Yeah. And, yeah, so, like, we're smoking this, like, you know, it's cool. And I'm like, I get, like, a level of high and drunk, so I'm fucking crossfaded. I've been crossfaded one time prior to this. And it was fucking good. And I assumed that they would all be like that. But, no, so I'm like drunk and fucking high.
Right.
And I literally like turned to the person who gave me the blunt. And I'm like, bro, what else was in that? Like, literally, she's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, what else is in that? That's not just weed. She's like, it's weed.
You fucking thought it was laced. Like, she's gonna give you a laced blunt. Nah, I'm smoking that by myself. I've had PCP before.
I don't know you like to get wet, Luke.
No, I mean, I don't usually. I've had it once.
That fucking...
But like, it was weird because I, like, blacked out in memories. Like, I would, like, have a memory of, like, oh, I want to call my fucking mom. And then I'd, like, black out. And then I'd be, like, on the phone with my mom. Or, like, whatever. I just, like, have these blackout memories. But it was in a cigarette, and it was dipped, and it was, like... I guess it was... I don't know exactly because I bought it. But it was, like, brown, and it was a cigarette. And I'm guessing it was dipped in PCP. So, yeah. But I was told it was PCP in a cigarette. And I smoked it, and it was weird. I had, like, blackout memories.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I've also smoked 5-MeO DMT. It was white.
Fuck.
That's it. Whew. I've heard the other type of DMT, N-dimethyltryptamine, which is the regular type of DMT that typically people smoke. But the only thing I've had access to is 5-MeO DMT, which is the type that comes from the Bufo American Toad or whatever the fuck it's called. But it doesn't just come from that, but it's a chemical.
You said the American Toad?
Mm-hmm.
We have those out here. If it's just like an American Toad.
I didn't know we had those out here.
Yeah. We have like, they're very common. Like, I had one as a pet. Like,
maybe that's how I got it, but I don't think it was from that. But I think someone like created it somehow. But I just remember, like, my body was gone, but, like, I was, like, teleported into, like, a white plane. With, like, my existence was just, like, oh, I'm in... You know, like, in, like, cartoons and shit when they go to, like, that white plane? Like, a lot of... Like, Family Guy had it in that one episode.
Or in, what was it? Fucking Harry Potter at the end?
Harry Potter at the end?
Yeah.
I haven't seen all the Harry Potter.
Spoilers. Yeah. But anyway, I get what you're saying. Yeah,
but it's just, like, completely white and there's nothing there. I could see, but I didn't have a body. And that was it. And I was there for, like, what felt like 40, 30 minutes, something like that. And I was transported back to my body instantly. And I, like, woke up and I, like, jittered and I, like, fucking freaked out for a second. But then once I realized I was in my body, I was cool. And I was like... Honestly, I thought my existence would remain in that white plane forever. I thought I killed myself. I thought I finally did it with my drug use.
what was your mind state while like realizing like
that I was alive?
No, realizing like, oh, I've like killed myself. Like
I didn't care.
Whoa.
Because I still existed. I was in this white space. It was like I've taken 12 grams of mushrooms and never had an ego dissolution. Like never. I've never felt something where I felt my ego just like completely dissolved. Cause I feel my theory on it is I have such a massive ego that it can't dissolve with regular shit. But whenever I took 5-MeO-DMT, I just felt like I died and I became nothing. And I was still kind of in existence. Yeah. So I didn't care.
It's funny you mention that. Like literally, that's my idea of like as far as like worry and shit. Like people are like, man, like if you die, what if you don't finish these things and that thing? And I've always just like, well, if I'm dead, I really believe I wouldn't give a fuck about that because
I'm dead.
Yeah, I'm very much like. Very
it's
black
like
and white,
always,
straight.
It's always been a fear of mine to like die of my drug use because sometimes I take it to the excess, but like normally I just take psychedelics.
Yeah.
And weed. That's my normal rate. Usually those don't kill you, although I have taken ecstasy, which can kill you. Alcohol can kill you, and I've done some cocaine in my life, so that can kill you. But I don't know. I've always been afraid of that. But whenever I did DMT, I knew it couldn't kill you because it's produced naturally in your liver and supposedly in your brain. But I smoked it and I went to that plane and I'm like, oh, this is what the afterlife is. I'm dead. I finally did it. But yeah, it was a crazy experience. And then I got teleported back to my body and the guy who I did it with, he did it after me. And I watched him, but he told me I was out for 2 minutes and 12 seconds. Yeah. We smoked it out of a bong.
Gee, it was a bong?
It was a crazy experience, but not at the same time, considering it was all white. I do want to try methyltryptamine, because that's the one that makes you hallucinate and make you see quote-unquote aliens and jesters and shit. I would love to try that. I didn't have that experience. I tried a different form of DMT, and I just saw a plane of white. It might be what blind people see, honestly. But I don't know.
Yeah. You ever think about how blind people, like if they're fucking born blind, when they dream, they are blind. They're blind in their dreams. Like they don't even. They have no concept for color. Yes.
That's crazy. That's a trip in its own.
And yeah, like how do they? Like, if it's a family member, do they have to wait for them to, like, speak before they're like, oh, this is, like, my family member? Like, I don't know.
There's this guy, I forget what his name is. It's Tommy something. He's, like, a blind guy on YouTube. Mm-hmm. Just look up Tommy Blind Guy on YouTube if you fucking wonder. But he answers a lot of blind questions, like, oh, what do blind people... Like, he has a video, I think, called What Do Blind People See? And he literally answers that question, even how stupid that is. But he answers it. So, I mean, if you have any blind questions, go check that out. But I'm not sure, because I'm not blind. But, man, our high school, like, graduating, like, you told me a bit about that. And honestly, I'm surprised you know more, but he works with, like, a lot. I mean, I work with high schoolers too, but he works with a lot more high schoolers than I do. Like at his job that he has, I work in a fast food place, and I work with like 8, not even 8 high schoolers. He works with like 40.
As far like high schoolers, probably like shit around like 20.
That's still a lot more than I work with. Yeah. But anyways, what's them about them not graduating because of Corona?
Yeah, okay, so this shit hit during their spring break. Or it basically built up after, like, they had already gone on fucking spring break. And yeah, I'm like talking to this girl about it, and she's like, yeah, none of my teachers have emailed me about anything. Then like a little bit later, she's like, okay, like one teacher, my music teacher, emailed me about what's like, you know, projects and what's expected, all that shit. And we're like talking, and I'm just like, wait, so is everyone gonna have to like go to summer school? How are people gonna like graduate, get their fucking diploma, and then like get ready to for college and shit? And she's just like, yeah, I think like what they're doing, basically, they're trying to do like some online shit, but for the most part, it will come down to like what was your grade, like prior to like spring break, and then that's kind of gonna determine what your grade will be, and therefore like, you know, if you're gonna fucking graduate, depending on like if you're in that like kind of situation.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, oh, that's fucked up, because like as a kid I was the one.
So wait, it's dependent on your grade point average whenever you're gonna.
Not your grade point average, but just like what your grade is gonna be this semester. Like if you failed.
So for the semester, that's fucking bullshit. I'd always fuck around all semester. To be honest, I like skipped school all the time and fucked around the whole semester. And by shit, I'm drunk. I'm sorry, because I'm hardcore. But by the end of the semester, I'd get like a D and pass. I graduated, but I got expelled. On the other end, wait just a second. Yep. I got sent to a new school, and then they graduated me under my old school's like diploma shit. But I only had to do 2 weeks of fucking work, so I basically graduated within a month. Because once I found out I had to do 2 weeks worth of work, I fucking worked my ass off and got graduated. But I graduated fucking, I think, 8 months earlier before everyone else. Graduation class of 3. Fucking the first people to graduate in my grade because I got expelled. So that was cool. But anyways.
Get expelled.
How did you graduate, Jeremiah?
Oh, well, I don't know. I didn't fucking study.
I didn't study either. Fuck that bullshit.
I didn't like study heavily, and so
I didn't always smoke pot and do drugs either. I just fucking watch YouTube videos and aspired to be something like that someday. And now I have I had 1,000 subscribers, and yeah, I'm posting a YouTube video after 2 years. Don't hate me. Okay.
But yeah, I never studied, and I literally would I knew when the tests were, obviously. So literally that morning, I would go to the chapter that I knew the fucking test was on. I would skim through it, and I would pretty much memorize like everything. Like I had like incredible fucking short-term memory. So I would just do that. Then I'd take the test and literally get a fucking A, pass the test. Again, never fucking studied. I just had good fucking short-term memory. Right. I don't know if the school system failed me or I like cheated it. I don't fucking know. Anyway, but that doesn't work so well because towards the beginning of the semesters and shit, not thinking of this fucking student like C, very much C, sometimes D student. But again, I'm a good fucking test taker. So those tests, I'd end up with fucking B's and A's, honestly.
So it'd kind of average out your grade.
Yeah. Yeah. Like literally, yeah. Like so, my like semester grade, which is what goes on. You know,
I had a teacher in high school who liked me so much. She was my Spanish teacher, but I had an F in her class, and I had a 36%. I think it was a 36%. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. It's been a minute. Yeah. But anyways, it was my sophomore year of high school, and she liked, I'm funny, I think. I can be. Anyways, she thought I was funny enough that she'd like give me some extra credit shit because I was like, I had an F in her class, and on the test I got a D for the very last test of the year. So she gave me some extra credit and she passed me through the class. I mean, in the next semester I fucking failed, but hey, my personality worked out for the first semester. So that's all that fucking matters.
My God. But
there's no point to that story, by the way.
But but yeah, so like I would always like just do good towards the end of the semester because I'm a good test taker. That really like fucking saved me. I'm like, I don't know, I was lazy, but anyway, my point. I have a point, yeah, but my point.
He's a lot more sober than I am.
My point was like, what about students who are like that, where like they not so much like good test takers like that kind of shit, but like they're just they don't do so well at the beginning of the semester, but like they get in the groove and they're like, okay, like and they do good. Like, you know what happens to them? Like they didn't do so good in the semester, and now they are judged solely on that. Like, you know, like it's shitty for me in that way. It's like
for them being judged on their tests.
Yes, they or more so being judged in the beginning of the semester. And
I think when it's weird like, that they're judged on grades. They're children. They're not robots. You know what I mean? They learn at different paces, every single one of them. One learns faster than the other. One learns slower than the other. I think that our school system kind of makes children into drones.
100%.
I mean, I've had a video on it in the past, but honestly, that's exactly how I feel. I think our school system makes children into drones.
If you think about it,
that can't think for themselves because our school system teaches them how to think. And honestly, more often than not, it's the wrong way to think.
Yeah, 100%. Like, if you think about it, like schools and like fucking prisons are very
similar. Yes.
They look similar sometimes.
Sometimes schools have like metal detectors like prisons, and
when in my school
crazy.
In my school every once in a while like they would have like a fucking wand literally, and like when you walk in
they really
would, like,
do that
every once in a while. Yeah, it wasn't like all the time. It's usually when some shit happened and they're like, we gotta like some like a fight
when
or
I
like
went
a
to
motherfucker
Bridges,
had a knife.
They literally had a metal detector. And we would walk through it, and it wouldn't detect a little bit of metal, so you could get like a lighter through or whatever, and they would check your pockets, but they wouldn't check your condom pocket. And if you don't know what a condom pocket it is, it's like
the fifth pocket.
Yeah, it's the fifth pocket. It's the one right above your fucking right pocket that's in the front. It's that pocket. You put condoms in it, and it's supposed to keep it dry. And don't keep a condom in your wallet because it'll dry it out, and it'll maybe put a hole in it, and you might get someone pregnant. So you keep it in the condom pocket. That's what it's there for. Some people keep it for change. It's whatever. Anyways, you keep it in the condom pocket, and you'd keep a lighter in there. And some people would tape like a hitter to their chest. Someone else would tape like some weed to their chest. And like Bridges was a small school, and we had to like do our own work because they didn't have a janitorial staff. So after lunch, we'd have to go outside and take out the garbage, blah 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 blah. Anyways, on garbage day, we'd go outside to the dumpster and we'd smoke a bowl or a hitter or whatever anybody's got, because that's what we had to do. But yeah, it was crazy back whenever we had to go through metal detectors. But in high school, we'd like go out to the fucking baseball field or whatever and smoke a whole joint because they didn't have metal detectors where I'm from. But anyways, you're saying they'd have metal detectors sometimes.
Yeah.
What else precautions would they have? Anything?
Oh, they would. I think it's common for every high school.
We didn't have any precautions.
They would check lockers.
For my original high school. But for my other high school, they would literally like have us turn out our pockets and empty our shoes.
Did they at your high school, the original high school?
Right.
Did they check the lockers, like have drug dog walk in and shit?
They would do it once a year, but I think it was a false thing because they would lock the doors and we wouldn't hear anything. And honestly, I don't think that our police department, I almost revealed where we're from, but I don't think our police department would have gave her the resources for that, honestly. Like it was very shady the way they like had the dog sniff through the lockers. It made it seem like it kind of wasn't real. So I have my doubts for that. It could have been real, but I have my doubts. But yes, technically, supposedly they did that.
They definitely did that.
And they only did it once a year.
I think they did us like maybe twice.
They did it twice throughout I was out high school, but I was in high school for 3 years, maybe less. Ugh. And then I went to Bridges, and that's technically high school, but really not. It's honestly an elementary school. So that's why I was able to pass it in like a fucking week, 2 weeks. But yeah. And then I spent the rest of my senior year partying, but so they really helped me out there. But but yeah, nah, I don't think they really did that, but they might have.
I don't know. Like I feel like
did they like show you the dogs, or did they lock the doors like I said?
No, they did that same thing, but I do believe them. Some people have like gotten caught. Like drugs were.
You see, in my school, they said people got caught, but no one I knew got caught, and
it wasn't so much no one I knew. Like it was other students that are like, oh, this person that I know got caught. Like it wasn't like
not other students. Teachers would say it in my school.
But no, for me it was other
suspicious.
Yeah, from other students. So I'm just like I'm more liable to fucking believe them. You know, but yeah. So like that was the thing. Like they had like the fucking wands. They like had people drug dog shit walk in, and in junior high school the police would kind of like follow us away from the school for like a couple blocks.
Yeah.
Like
wait, really? They would have you follow you away from the school?
Yeah, it was like that in like even high school sometimes. Yeah, but yeah, literally.
Wait, police. Why would they follow you? Just to see where you went?
No, they wouldn't like follow us fucking home.
Was it after school?
It was after school, yeah.
Yeah.
They wouldn't follow us fucking home, but like it would be like they follow us for like a couple fucking blocks. You know, I guess the more we disperse, then they're like, okay, you know, whatever. But
right.
Yeah, police prevalence is very, very common. Like for me, I'm like used to it.
Right.
You know, fucking.
Yeah. I mean, I'm semi used to it, but not really. Like I don't like the police. I guess you don't either, but
I don't. But like I don't know.
They're not around as much in my life as you know.
Oh yeah. 100%. So I'm kind of as far as school and like it's kind of like very much like fucking prison. You're fucking like you're told when to go where for lunch at this like it yeah. The school system is failed a lot of motherfuckers.
Right.
Honestly, I don't think I should have fucking graduated when I graduated.
Oh, dude, like, I got expelled and I fucking graduated in 2 weeks. Well, I shouldn't have graduated.
Yeah, like, no. Like,
yeah.
Here's a diploma. You can apply to college.
You can be an adult now. Fuck no.
You can now have certain jobs that only require that.
Oh, like, we taught you how to think. Yeah, no. But, anyways, I think that's about all time we have for today. So,
shucks.
Yeah. I'm about ready to end this video. But, if you enjoyed this, I guess, like and subscribe. And, Jeremiah might have a channel coming out soon. Is that right?
Possibly. We're, thinking of some shit.
He's thinking about it. Not a possibility. I mean, I'm drunk. Anyways. Maybe a possibility, maybe not. But
Possibly.
Yeah. Anyways, I guess I'll see you guys later.
Peace.